So you want to see my account? Okay, very excited. What's up guys, it's Dan Man. Hey, I want to let you guys know I put together a community Discord, so even if you're not in Asgard 09, come join, hang out. We do a bunch of deep dives all about the game. Everyone is welcome. We do have a couple really cool features. I ended up grabbing Meeseeks Premium, but the one main thing I'm really excited about is we added the translator bot, so you can talk in your language and the chats will automatically transfer and translate. They're all connected. If you don't see your language here, just let me know. I'm looking into adding some more channels and any other features you guys want to talk about. Just let me know. I can look into adding them. Come have some fun, you guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Dan Man is here. I've had a lot of requests and people talking about wanting to see my account and how I play my Paladin. So I figure I'll do a whole account update, a whole overview to show you guys where things stand in the game today. So right off the bat, as you can see right above me, these are my alts. I have all of my alts level 30 and above, and they've all unlocked map 2, Jotunheim. I've collected every treasure chest from Midgard and Jotunheim on every character. Now at this point, every day I do every character's town quests. I don't really do their dungeons because they're so low level, but my next plan for my alts is to unlock map 3 and collect all of those treasure chests. We'll get into my account and I'll explain to you guys when I'm gonna bounce back onto my alts to push those into map 3. Boom, so here we are. So there's a lot to cover. I'll try to do this seamlessly, so bear with me. Right off the bat, take note, level 65, coming up on 50% experience with 24.2k power. I am farming in B7 prison dungeon, and take note that I'm always having food running and my seal stone buff running. Now for the builds here, I change my build regularly, depending on what content I'm doing. Specifically right now, I'm not the tank, so I'm focusing on maximum damage, as well as playing support. We have Sacred Stigma, Shield Throw, Healing Strike, Slowing Strike. I bounce back and forth between the formation of Agility and the formation of Healing, depending on what my team needs, and then I use Divine Light. These 6 skills I keep on auto. So in order to use this skill build, you're going to need a certain amount of MP regen, specifically 38.82. So with my maximum build, I have 28 MP regen, which isn't too bad. As you can see, I'm really not going down. But I have something for that. Specifically when I'm grinding and I notice that my MP is going low, I built these 2 items for backup MP regen. As you can see with the belt, I do lose 4 defense, but if I'm not tanking, this isn't too big of an issue. And for this insignia, it's giving you 6 MP regen, so it's worth the loss of attack in certain scenarios. When I'm solo farming, I like to equip Earth's Protection, which is going to drain even more MP. So those are situations where I'll look to add one of those other items. I keep Thorny Shield on my bar in case we're going up against bosses, and that's pretty much it for the skills that I've unlocked so far. I haven't unlocked Strike of Justice, but this is a great PvP skill. Shield Spin is the next one that I'm working towards, as this is great for PvE. Take note that I have gotten all of my skills to +7. I've been working on my passives. I got mana boost to +5. Immunity boost to +1. These are a work in progress. Literally every day, for at least a little while, I'll go hunting for this blue passive, Mockery. That max 15% HP is huge, so it's definitely worth trying to get it to drop. It's just so rare, and that pretty much covers it for the skills. So next, let's check out the summons. Right now, I'm up to 772 summons for the avatar and 494 summons for the mount. I have never pulled an epic avatar. I have, however, pulled a flying epic mount. So as you can see, I'm still using a rare ground mount. Getting that epic ground mount is my next main goal. It's going to easily push my HP above 3,000. So taking a closer look at the avatars, my one honorable Bulwark Gripe. You get your epic from reaching level 60. And for collection effects for the rares, I'm looking at 22 out of 32. Not too bad. This is still a work in progress. I am still rooting for an epic because they give you the lowest one. This one right here is the Dream. Blessed Healing Braggy. That'd be nice. Paladins have some really cool looking avatars. There's the best in slot in game. But anyways, enough dreaming, let's check out the mounts. So for mounts, again, I said I got one purple flying mount. Unfortunately, I did pull a really low one. I definitely should have re-rolled, but at the time that I got this, I had a green flying mount as my best. So I just stuck with it. So for collection effects here, I'm 12 out of 28. It's a good work in progress. Now at level 70, you do get a purple ground mount or flying mount. It's just a mount. praying I get a ground mount. Best epic ground mount here. Best flying mount here. Shout out to Stu Gaming. I know he pulled this one. And then the best in-slot ground mount there, and the best in-slot flying mount there. This thing is a monster. But you know what? I'll be happy with this whale. I want the whale. And that about wraps it up for avatars and mounts. Next, I'm gonna show you guys the rune system. So my runes are a work in progress. You know, it really goes based on what you can pull or fuse. For fusing runes, I've fused them 136 times, summoned 571. Every single day, I try to go into the shop, I go into the mileage, and I'll pick up these 10 here for the runes. And while we're here, I also go into the quick buy, and I usually buy everything here, but I tend to save the water, because you don't really need those as much, and they get costly. I definitely got to pick up this next Mirmir's contract. But yeah, back to runes. So I'm keeping in 2 keen sets and 1 accuracy set. My actual goal here is to have 2 sets built. I want the protective set, so all 3 across the board protective, and then I want the accuracy set, so all 3 across the board accuracy. Theory crafting I've been doing, this is the best kind of goal that I have in mind, so I've been trying not to fuse my protective sets and my accurate sets. But again, that's a big work in progress. And just for the stream, you know what, I figured let's do a fusion. I'm gonna plug that last accurate in there. That's what I need to make the 5th one, because at least I have 3 of the same that I can make my sets for the accurate set. And here we go, let's see what we get. It is another green, and it's keen. I haven't really messed with evolves yet. I'm saving that basically just for the purples. Get 5 useless purples, so for a better purple. Wise isn't a bad set. If you guys have wise sets, and you don't have any of the other sets used yet, Wise is a good set. Just not something that I'm focused on. So let's check out my Seal Stone. I got the attack to level 6. We're sitting on the crit strike damage to 5 and the accuracy to 5. These are something that very soon I'm going to be trying to shoot for 6 and 6 here. Get these all 6 across the board, and then eventually moving these all up to level 7. Level 7 is a good spot to stop for now. I make these Seal Stones regularly. It's going to be nice getting that casting speed. Yeah, that's Seal Stones. Just checking out my guild. I am in Fetty Guild. And checking out the rankings, this is kind of where everything stands. 18th on my server for level. Again, this is Asgard 09. Combat power sitting on rank 37. We got some big guys in this server. And take note, they're all in Fetty Guild. Guild level, top of the charts. And no surprise, guild power. Look at that, we're about to break a mil. Across all servers, it's not looking too bad. Rank 20 for the guild level, and boom, rank 7 for guild power. Fetty Guild, not too bad for being a later server. Combat power, our lowest guy's 14k. I know we're talking about weeding out people that are under 20k, but they might have thrown their gear on alts. We just hit level 8 guild, got an increase in that experience bonus and defense. Level 12 is the next stat boost. But yeah, that is the guild. Now I want you to take note of something. We're gonna check out dungeons. At this point, I mostly focus on Lost Giant's Den, running on extreme to go for my weekly dungeons. And I'll run Sea Serpent Lair on extreme solo, just hunting for those mystery crystals. We have a guildie that's really close to getting an epic weapon, to crafting it, so I've been trying to sell him my mystery crystals. Big shout out to Nympha. Your elite dungeons, the Void Ruins, phase 5, this is best experience, major amounts of gold, so I try to run this as much as possible. Dwarven Secret Path isn't too crazy, but I'll run phase 5 once a day for an hour. Still gotta do that before reset. And the Underground Prison. This is where I farm the most of my experience. You can actually take note of how much time I have currently. And then in my bag, at this very moment, I'm sitting on 36 hourglass. Trying my best to stockpile those to be able to help push towards level 70. The hard part is how much they cost. They are costly. 255 for our server is actually kind of low right now. I've bought a lot of them at 300, but consistently I've seen them go up to 400. And I've heard worse stories from other servers where they're sitting at 900 and above. It's crazy. But buying these hourglass and stockpiling these, this is definitely worth it. Securing your experience. Next up, I'm gonna show you guys my item collection. So right now I'm sitting on 185 out of 401. I've got all the events done. Missed out on that Realm Invader token. I really just wanted that 1 MP regen. But consistently, I go in here regularly to see what I can finish off, what I can farm. When I have some diamonds, I'll see if things are cheap, if I could grab something out of there. But yeah, always working on collection. I would say this is something I check out literally every day. Good work in progress here on collections. So before I get into my bag, let me just go through the events and the shops. Pretty much, I think I finished everything here. I have to do one more Realm Invader, so I'll have that done tomorrow. And then the rest of this is all done. I always grab the Odin pass. I'm praying they reset these, the 15 days. No clock, no set date. But let's pray that those get reset, that'd be great. Jumping into the premium shop, I did grab that all-in-one starter package. I did grab the unique accessory packages. I haven't grabbed these yet, only because they don't give you diamonds. and it's just so little of tickets. Compared to the monthly, I've been getting these regularly. I haven't gotten them yet for this month, but by the end of the month, this will be something that I'm looking towards getting. All 3 of these across the board, great value. 55 summons for each is really good compared to the other bundles. And this accessory bundle is great, trying to get mine to +6. I don't really tend to do direct summoning too often. Maybe that's something I'll do in a future video though. I'll do a summoning session, or like I'll save 100,000 diamonds, or save 200,000 and go 100,000 on avatar, 100,000 on mount. Yeah, that pretty much covers the shops. All right, so let's jump into the bag. Before I go over my gear, let's just take a note of my inventory. Again, I'm sitting on all those hourglasses. I have a fair amount of material just kind of saved up. Tons of boonstones. Every now and then I'll go in here and I'll actually just craft these into the accessory boonstones, and then I'll sell any of the extra ones that go great success. I got some extra tickets, getting close to 15 Garm World Stone, and actually in my shop right now I'm selling a Baldur World Stone. And yeah, that pretty much covers it for the inventory. So, gear. This is where things stand currently. My attack level is sitting on 63.6, defense level 60.2, 24.2k combat power. For my weapon, we have the shiny blade, mace, and shield, and I got lucky here. I've rolled for skill damage 3%. Realistically, that's the best thing that I was actually hoping for. If I did get a purple magic accuracy, that would have been great. Attack speed would have been great. Attack would have been good, or even crit strike chance. Skill damage, it's right up there with those. So we stop there. Moving on to the helmet, I got the Verger helmet. Rolled MP regen 1, specifically was looking for MP regen. Later on, for helmet, I'd either be going for the 3 MP regen, 3 defense, 40 max HP, 5% healing, or 5% debuff resistance. Also the 8% critical strike resistance. Those would be the ideal stats I'd be looking for on this helmet. Moving on to the boots, we have the shiny blade boots, MP regen again, and similarly with the boots, healing, crit strike resistance, higher MP, debuff resistance, defense, max HP. Moving on to the armor, I did get nice and lucky here with crit strike resistance 8%. The Verger armor is great, giving you that 3% chance for critical strike, and I lucked out. I did get this to +6. Probably be using this armor for a while. Moving on to the cloak, another MP regen here. The Jormungandr's scale cloak is great because of the critical strike chance and the accuracy, but again, much like the other armors, the healing, the crit resistance, these other stats, defense, max HP, that's what I'm aiming for in the end game. Moving on to the gloves, MP regen here on my Bone Chill gloves, and like all the other armors, max HP, defense, debuff resistance, higher MP regen, crit strike resistance, or healing, endgame adornment goals. Now, let's move on to the necklace. Necklace, I really like the cooldown reduction. We got the Valkyrie battle necklace. Did roll defense +4. This one I'll probably be using for a while. Stats you want to find here, max HP, attack, defense, cooldown reduction, and that is it. Now there is actually a better bracelet here. Going for the mistletoe bracelet is actually the better call, but early on I ended up getting the Groans bracelet and nailed that +4 defense. So this has been really hard to replace. But eventually this is something that I'm looking to change. Then we have the winter earrings. Rolled the +2 attack there. Overall, pretty good earrings there. The Undead Groans ring, this is the best ring that we have. The other 2 rings are the range damage or melee damage. So this is what we get to rock with. Very soon I'll be shooting to change that defense 2. Again, looking for max HP 40, attack 3, defense 5, cooldown reduction 3%, and that is it. Those 4 stats. Personally, I'd love to see 3% cooldown reduction. Paladins love cooldown reduction. If you can keep up with the MP regen, cycling your abilities is key. Then moving on to the belt, we got the Bone Chill belt. Could also go with the Northwind belt. That's what I keep stocked in my bag for when I need that extra MP regen. Rolled the +2 defense on it for now, but again, I plan to get a purple stat higher later on. Let's check out my insignia, Ancient Veneer insignia. This thing's beast for damage. It's such a noticeable difference compared to like when I'm using my MP regen, the Disseer insignia. But this one's pretty massive. I got okay roll here with attack 1 and defense 2. Definitely could get something better. You have the max HP, you have attack, you have defense, you have cooldown reduction for the top stat, and then for the bottom you have the attack, defense, crit strike chance, or all damage. So definitely could make some improvements here. However, at this stage of the game, I've been looking more towards focusing on my Disseer insignia. This is what I'm going for +6 on, and inevitably, if I can find a better adornment stat here, I'll be looking to replace my Veneer insignia entirely to where I can keep the Disseer insignia full time. I just have not gotten lucky for adornment here. Crit Strike 1 is okay. It's been usable to max HP 14, but I mean, I need a better stat. And I'm waiting until really I can get +6 on this to be able to go all out for adornments. Then we have the Sanguine Gjallarhorn. This is broken. This is your best in slot as your second special accessory. I did get kind of lucky here getting defense 3. It's kind of stuck with a useless stat of gold bonus 2%. So this is something I'm definitely planning on rolling for again later. Again, those stats don't change. We're looking for the max HP, attack, defense, cooldown reduction up top. Then we have attack, defense, crit strike chance, and all damage down below. Ideally, you're looking for 2 good stats. So yeah, gear is definitely a work in progress for me. I'm actually looking towards getting these all to +2, and over here getting these to +6. There are some people on my server going for the epic weapon, and one guy, shout out Nympha, is really close. He has literally like every material except like 40 mystery crystal, maybe even less. He should have it within the next couple days. So I've been hesitant on upgrading gear, thinking purple might be in sight, as this gear has been sufficient for everything I've needed it to do. I can farm map 4, no problem. I can solo the P5 floor in the gold dungeon with no problem, and I can solo B7, no problem. But I am getting up to the quest boss on map 4. I'm only a few quests away, and everyone in my guild has told me it's very difficult, so even I know that I'm gonna need to be working on my gear soon. I got all 4 alts with a ton of material that I'll be working on crafting the gear, transferring it over to try to increase the rank on my gear. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I do is consistently keep an eye on the timers for bosses. So we got about an hour and a half left to go for those. So I'll just be farming here with my group, working towards 66. I do plan to go work on my alts and push them into map 3, again, so I can get their summons from all the treasure chests, but it's not my main priority right now. My main priority is hitting level 70 on my main account. So pretty much once I run out of hourglass, or once I hit level 70, then that's when I'll be switching over to the alts. I was just thinking too, because in the future I need to do a video still for map 3 for the treasure chests, and I still haven't cleared the treasure chest for map 4 on this account. Can still grab the 7 and 7 there for the 40. So I need to do map 4 also. So stay tuned for that, because I'll have map 3 and map 4 locations all in one video. Again, that's going to be a little ways out because I don't plan on doing it at least until all my alts are up to map 3, but that is something to look forward to. All right, so very last thing here, going over my character stats. Currently sitting on 128 attack speed just about 80%, casting speed 13, accuracy is 180, magic accuracy with 12, crit strike chance sitting on 22 with the damage at 48, skill damage up to 21, all damage at 9, magic damage 15, PvP damage 9% with the additional PvP magic damage at 4%, 12% against those brute players, 10% against those bosses, 16% cooldown reduction. I've done the math. This is a really good spot to be at for cooldown reduction. I'd actually love to push that up to 20%. Defense, 241. I'd like to push this up to 250. Dodge is sitting good at 155. Melee dodge 7, range dodge 7, magic dodge 8. Critical strike resistance at 16% is pretty good. All damage taken absolute reduction 3%. Reducing skill damage taken 5%. All damage taken reduction 2.5%. Again, once I fix those runes with that protective set, that'll be nice. Melee damage taken reduction 5%, range damage taken reduction 3%, magic damage taken reduction 3%, all PvP damage taken reduction 4%, reduces PvP melee damage taken by 1, range PvP damage reduction 3, magic PvP damage taken 3. Brute damage taken reduction 2, boss damage taken reduction 2. Onto the debuffs, we have the debuff resistance at 12. That's not bad, could be better. Debuff duration reduction 2.8%. And then lastly, we have the other section for max HP sitting on the 2678. Again, that purple ground mount is going to help big time here. Max MP up to 1125. Between the MP regen and my max MP, I'm actually not doing, I actually feel really good with MP. Movement speed sitting on 33%. I feel pretty fast. I'm faster than a lot of people. Although again, that epic mount is going to help a ton. HP regen 17. This is a really weak stat in this game. Specifically HP regen and potion recovery. It's something I do not focus on at all. It's a terrible stat. It's arguable that it helps, but it is so minimal, it's unreal. Potion recovery sitting on the 17. Again, my MP regen with my main build is 28. When I have those other 2 items equipped, it goes up to 36. And if you remember right, it's 38.82 MP regen for the full build. Experience bonus 233. This is pretty good. I've grabbed every collection for experience bonus. Gold bonus 108. Bonus item drops. We need this. We don't have this. Can't wait till we get that. Currently don't have any healing percentage. It's definitely something I'm gonna need later on. Potion carry limit for 1220, that's pretty good. And there you go, guys, that is my stats. That pretty much covers everything. The only real thing I didn't take you through was feats. I'm not gonna go through each of these, but I'll kind of show you guys quickly and briefly how things stack up, how things look in case you're trying to compare the combat missions here, items, my arena stats, overall general stats, and my community stats. And there you go, guys. It's June 3rd, 8:40 p.m. on the East Coast, USA. And this has been a full account update overview. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned some stuff for your Paladin. Stay tuned because I've actually talked to some guildmates about them possibly letting me do reviews for their accounts so I can hopefully show you guys some other classes and how things stack up in game currently. I hope this gives you a good roadmap for where you're at, what you want to be working on. Let me know in the comments how we stack up. That's all I got for you guys. If you aren't playing Odin yet, you can download the game from the link that I got in the description of this video. You should definitely come play. You'll find me on server 9. Do me a favor, throw this video a like and subscribe if you guys aren't already so you can stay tuned for all my future videos. I appreciate you all. Stay blessed. I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you on the next one.